All right, good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Atchison County Commission meeting for Tuesday, September 30th. I'd like to call the meeting to order and our clerk will provide roll call.
Commissioner Quinn,
Present.
Commissioner Campbell.
Here.
All right. We will be standing and welcoming Pastor Sid Stein for our invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Prior to that, I would just like to say that our thoughts and prayers are with Commissioner Knoll. This morning, his father passed away Saturday evening, so just wanted to take a moment for Commissioner Knoll. All right, Pastor, thank you.
Well, thank you for the invitation, commissioners and county. And as always, I'm grateful to be invited here, and I always pass along another invitation. So I'm passing along an invitation for Oktoberfest that will be here in Atchison on Saturday, and your neighbors, the Atchison United Methodist Church down the street, are making all kinds of German food, which you'll be able to smell if you haven't already in our preparation. So just an invitation for you to come and say hello, and hope that I will get an opportunity to welcome you as well. Well, 1 Timothy 2:2 reminds us to be in prayer for all those who are in authority, so that we can live with peaceful and quiet lives marked by godliness and dignity. And so at this time, I would invite all who are comfortable to do so to join with me in prayer. Gracious and almighty God, we give you thanks for this day and for the opportunity to gather in service to our community. Your word calls us to lift up those in authority. And so we pray for these elected commissioners and all that who will be leading in our betterment of our community. Grant them wisdom and patience and courage to make decisions marked by fairness and compassion. May their work promote peace, dignity, and the common good for all who call Atchison County our home. Bless this meeting and guide every word and action, that together we may serve with integrity and dignity for one another and for you. Amen.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, public comment. Seeing none. Approval of the agenda. I do not have any additions this week to our agenda, so I'd look for a motion to approve.
So
It's been moved. I will second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Passes 2-0. The consent agenda, we have the commission meeting minutes from last Tuesday, September 23rd, as well as our financial director report.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There's no payroll this week. The expense total for Wednesday, October 1st, for accounts payable is $173,126.31. It's higher this week because $107,291.18 of that is appropriations that we approved last week. Out of the $173,000 total, credit cards is $4,235.72. And there is no negative cash balances on this AP.
Thank you. With that, I'd look for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
moved.
Okay, I will second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Passes 2-0. Yep.
Last page.
Thank you. All right, Commissioner comments, Commissioner Campbell.
I have the JCAB meeting next Monday. Other than that, I don't have anything else.
I do not have any this week. No presentation of petitions or proclamations. So we have Corey Scott with our August EMS report he had sent to us through Let's see, look for. Did you want to go over that or just? okay.
No, there's nothing
Okay,
unusual in it.
Yep, I would just look for a motion to receive and file, as presented the August 2025 report.
So
Second, moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye. Aye, passes 2-0. Okay. Next, we have the consideration of the project concern memorandum of understanding, it's okay. Because I can flip flop those.
Oh, it's
Um,
up to you.
The memorandum of understanding is what we went through last week. There was just one tweak. So this is, and their meeting is tomorrow, Eric said at 1 o'clock. So, I would look for a motion to allow the chair to sign the memorandum of understanding between Atchison County and Project Concern. Based on the appropriation that we're giving them. Okay, I will second, moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Passes 2-0. And
on that note, so I think I'm gonna plan to attend that
okay,
meeting tomorrow and,
okay.
cause I take it,
Yeah, he
Mr. Knoll may not.
and he told me to make sure and let you know it was
Okay.
tomorrow at 1.
all right,
And then can you scan that and send that to him today? So to Jeff Shealy, so that he has it for the meeting tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay.
Where is that meeting?
It's in Atchison at the Project Concern building. Okay, so the next is the discussion of the sales tax ballot question. Corey, thanks for joining us on that.
Welcome.
Yeah, I gave you bad advice earlier about the need to give legislative approval before seeking a ballot initiative on sales tax being used for EMS and rescue. I think that the rescue services and looking in the statute are close enough aligned with medical services that they fall under the same umbrella. And as long as your ballot question references that you're also going to be funding rescue as part of your emergency medical services, that there's already statutory authority for that. So really because of that, there's not necessarily a sunset to a tax if one would be approved. That is approved by the voters. I guess I should say the process is you adopt a resolution directing the election officer to place the ballot question on a ballot at an election. And if it is approved, then after that happens, you may adopt a resolution to levy a sales tax, and that sales tax that you levy then becomes effective the second full quarter after you pass that resolution. So if you have the election in August of next year, when there is a statewide primary election, as long as you have your resolution, if it passes, as long as you have your resolution done by the end of September, then you have that last quarter where it wouldn't be collected, but then the tax could start the first quarter of 2027. There's also, gives you the authority to levy it in quarter cent increments of 25.25%, 50 cents, I guess, on a 75 or $1 increments. So I think I sent you a draft of a resolution. We need to shore up when you won't have the votes and whether you want to have it sunset or not. Even though there's no legal requirement that it's sunset, you may want to, for political reasons, or just have it thought of every once in a while, have it sunsetted. So.
Awesome. Thank you for giving us this draft. I know Commissioner Knoll isn't here today, but we've had enough conversations, together that I feel, that we could at least answer some of these questions to have it on next week's agenda for approval. And I think validating your, cost
Projection.
analysis, yeah, the projection, the 1% seem to be.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, otherwise you're gonna have, challenges midstream if you do 0.75%.
I let,
Have you looked at that dollar figure for the one,
Mhm.
1%?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're confident that that's gonna,
Oh, yeah, that would
okay, even if.
fund the
there are-
operations and have a real capital improvement
Okay.
plan going forward.
Cause I know, what, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, we talked about the next step, hiring on another.
3
crew.
people.
So I just wanted to make sure that, having that in mind, that you're still okay. that the
Yeah, I believe
numbers
so.
still work out, okay.
Yeah.
Cause we know what shortfalls do to us.
Yeah,
Huh.
you know, the only, and you know, you just don't have a crystal ball in it. If we would have to make another step beyond those 3 people, if things continue to expand at this rate, I gotta think at some point we plateau. Or maybe even drop back a little bit in call volume.
Yeah.
So I don't wanna over expand.
Sure.
But the next step is systemic structural changes to the whole system, because then we have to look at bigger stations. We have to look at, you know, putting a 5th ambulance on the road, all these things. I don't think we've hit that point yet. I really
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I do think we can manage the call volume in both the increase in 911 volume and the transfer demand. If we can add 3 more people. Because where that does is that puts the officer, the captain, the shift supervisor back on that fly car, that advanced life support fly car. And then we can split the workload better. We'll still have 4 physical ambulances, 3 staffed at any time, 4 during the day with myself and the assistant chief. So, but beyond that, if we start adding, there has to be more bays, there has to be more bunkers. So that's a pretty big challenge when we start talking about constructing things and adding ambulances. And I really do not believe we're at that point yet, but we're definitely at the point where we have got to figure out a different way to manage transfers. There's just more of them, and they're asking us to go further away. So I guess the short answer to your question is
No, I hear-
yes, I believe that will manage the
Okay.
issue we have right now.
Right, yeah, I'd have to go back and look at it, because I remember the numbers, but I don't have it in front of me, so we definitely wanna go back and
The big thing would
look at
be
the breakdown.
actually being able to implement that 10-year capital improvement plan as opposed to putting this off or not maintaining this.
Yeah.
That would be a big change. You know, we're looking at the first generation of cops we have are pushing 10 years old. We're gonna be due for heart monitors soon. The rescue squad's gonna need a truck soon. You know, all these things start adding up. Our boats are 26 years old, 25, 26 years old. So
Will you send me your latest capital improvement plan? I know we have one,
Mhm.
I just don't know if I don't know if it was earlier this year, if you've made changes. to
I
it.
haven't updated it since budget season.
Okay, then I think we're good, because I have that one.
well, and I think you answered that question in pairing this with the 10-year CIP. So that we, can do both together. So 10 years, maybe. I think we want a sunset on it for future commissions to be able to reevaluate, right? Like,
Yeah, I agree.
If the
so-
need goes down, so should the tax.
Exactly, yeah, I hope that you're right, that we are plateauing. Hopefully, but nobody knows, right? I mean,
No, the numbers right at this moment suggest we're plateauing. We're dead on where we were at last year at this time. So,
But also with this being a dedicated tax to emergency medical services, even if things went down, you would still, transparency, would be able to utilize that in years to come.
Right,
To
right.
help ad valorem taxes, which
Yeah.
would be wonderful.
and even if demand plateaus, costs are not. We all know costs go up,
Right.
fuel goes up, maintenance goes up. So,
And then the primary date, I like that, Pat, because then that gives us more time to get it implemented to start collecting in January, because the last one being in November. We didn't see collections till April. So, and being August 4th, it would be early enough in the budget
You
season
would know.
that we would be able to
Well, that
show
would be-
taxpayers,
That's-
hey, this is gonna be covered with the tax in 27, so here's what
Yeah.
you can see as
Over the
relief.
mill.
Yeah, which would be wonderful.
And then, of course, we have plenty of time to go out and
Talk. Mhm.
talk and have folks that are gonna be advocates for us do that. And
Just
that's something,
education.
do we need to have a workshop for that to discuss the strategy of how we're gonna do that, put the word out, who we're gonna ask to be our advocates out in the community? Do we need to have like a little,
Yeah, or even, no, or even a meeting with the stakeholders that are been
Okay.
part of these discussions for years of,
Yeah.
we need more, we need more. And
okay, well, I agree. with
yeah,
that.
I definitely think it would be, a positive to educate as many people as we can on. And even throughout this terror of a budget process, when it came to EMS, people are supportive, so they know, you can't cut EMS.
No.
And so having another source of revenue to offset property tax relief again, is a wonderful thing, I think, but
Yeah.
we'll see what the
And then the voters
say.
have to decide on it.
Oh, yeah, so
Okay,
frame it any other way.
so with those three questions answered, then, next week, can we go ahead and put it on for, consideration of approval when Eric's hopefully back?
So what do you want for the expiration? You,
10 years?
Yeah, so what we would, it'd be,
2037?
it's hard to even, yeah, say it, but yeah.
It'll be here soon.
And the projection shows that at the end of year 10, you guys will need to reevaluate, because if the budget continues to project in like a 3%, just even a 3% increase, like keeping the baseline of what we collect constant, but your budget keeps going up, so you're losing money, and at the end of year 10, that's when you don't have as much left as you would in the first year.
Yeah, inflation is gonna catch up to us.
Okay.
I did have a question on how to word the draft, Pat. I'd talked about, obviously, since, rescue provides emergency medical services alongside of our EMS crews, how do we word that draft? Because I'm not sure I want to use, I think using the overall name of the organization would confuse voters by calling it emergency services. Should it say EMS/rescue or?
what I have is that and revenues therefrom to be used exclusively for financing countywide emergency medical services, comma, EMS, comma, including rescue operations.
Okay.
So
That answers
almost
that.
all of the rescue operations that you do are part and parcel of delivering medical treatment.
Correct.
There are some that might not be. Somebody's in a boat and they're trapped in the middle of the Missouri River. That might not be a medical thing.
But they do
rescue
get-
would be involved.
But they do get an evaluation. Everybody we encounter gets an evaluation, so,
But almost every other time that you're involved,
Yeah.
it involves medical
yeah,
treatment.
it's very integrated. Say on a car accident, just because you're a rescue EMT doesn't mean you aren't providing emergency medical treatment as we provide extrication, so I think it pairs well.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
Have a good morning.
All right.
Thanks, board.
Next, we have Mark Zeltner, Finance Director, request for payment on the Atchison Sports Complex.
Yes, I received a request for payment from Nick at the Atchison Rec for its concrete pad. It's the second half for the batting cages. Dirt work, slab, dig footings. We had paid $17,579, and so we're paying the remainder of $15,731.02. If this is approved, that would leave $8,926 remaining out of the 400,000 allocation. That dollar amount is equal to the last half of the batting cages for Grand Slam safety, so that's the remaining for that bill. So that, after that bill comes in, it would complete that allocation.
Wow.
So then if they need more funding, they would come back to have another conversation.
Thank you. Look for a motion to request, to approve the request for payment as presented by our finance director, for the third, supplemental bond, out of this third supplemental bond trust indenture, the S&M construction for $15,731.02.
So moved.
I will second, moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Passes 2-0.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Okay, next we had Pat Henderson, County Councilor, with the consideration of draft letter to the Kansas Attorney General. And I believe that will be postponed.
Yeah.
So we will take that off. Next we have Joe Snyder, Road and Bridge Superintendent. Consideration of PO for Schwab Eaton for preliminary engineering on Phase 3 Ottawa Road. Agreement for construction engineering and with Schwab Eaton for Phase 2 Ottawa Road. Consideration of PO for Schwab Eaton for construction engineering on Phase 2 Ottawa Road, and agreement with Little Joe's Asphalt.
Good morning.
Morning.
So the first one is the Ottawa Road Phase 3 preliminary engineering. And on May 20th, the commission signed an agreement with Schwab Eaton for $156,000 on preliminary engineering. Here's the agreement. And then we have a PO that for Schwab Eaton for $156,000. That will come out of professional fees and contractual for Phase 3 of Ottawa Road.
And is this disbursement a one-time or as the project goes?
As it goes, they have
Incremental?
Yes.
Okay. And those will all be checked off.
yes.
Okay. And I would look for a motion to approve the purchase order, professional fees, road and bridge, out of the road and bridge budget for Schwab Eaton for Ottawa Road Phase 3 preliminary engineering.
So moved.
I'll second, moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. And I think something to remind is because this was a paid off cost share that we got, they have certain requirements for engineering and.
Okay,
Because I've had that conversation on, you need engineering for everything. No, but there's certain things like this when we get awarded.
right. And then a scope as big as this is in reconstruction, I think that we really need engineers there to make sure that everything's done to design. They're doing it the way they're supposed to. This is $1 million a mile
And
or 2 miles. And that's a lot of money for us to spend and not have someone doing the engineering.
Yep.
Making sure it's right.
just like
and-
Peppercorn did on Morton, correct?
Yes.
Like being there on
Being-
site,
yes,
watching. Okay.
Yes, and the preliminaries is they go through and they check all the culverts, and we're replacing the culverts that need to be replaced by their specs. And then when the company comes in and they do everything, there's someone there, which is the construction part would be the engineering as they're doing it.
Got it.
And then like on Phase 3, the 2 miles, if for some reason we only went 1 mile, we still have that paid for. So that the next year we could still bid that out. That part's taken care of. If that helps.
Yep. No.
So the construction engineering for Phase 2, here's the agreement for $95,000. And then I would have the PO for that if you guys sign this. And then we would be, this is what we're trying to do when we change the POs, is we do it as soon as we get the
Yep.
Agreement.
So you're doing, just so I can remember, because I remember the discussion, we do it And then in the increments you'll bring back to us or not? Cause
I will keep you updated.
dated, thank you.
Yes,
I'm
I won't
wondering-
come in with a new PO every time we have to cut them a check.
Got it. So this is a new one. This is a
Mhm.
new agreement for
Mhm.
consultant services with Schwab.
For phase two,
And the one we just did was phase 3.
right?
Okay.
And then there will probably be another one for phase three also for the construction engineering.
Pat, you looked at these agreements, right?
I don't think I specifically looked at those.
Do you want to glance at it before we sign or?
I've seen several agreements
Yeah.
with them, but I don't know that was specifically this.
And you probably sent it to us in an email. I should have read it before.
I was gone from the office and I had someone send it in and I don't think they are sent to you guys.
Okay, I was just wondering,
Yeah,
I was
no, I
like, feel like
don't-
the first time, so I
No,
was trying to read.
So I
through
don't,
it.
I don't think it was, but
Okay,
I always bring it with me. So next time we'll make sure that's done.
The amount of them.
95,000.
Yeah, looks good to me.
Thank you. Okay, so I'll get for a motion to allow. So I'd look for a motion to approve the contract for consulting services by consultant. This agreement entered into this 30th day of September 2025 between Atchison County and Schwab Eaton. For Atchison County Ottawa Road Phase 2 rehabilitation from 246 Road and ending at 262nd Road. in the amount of $95,000.
So
Okay, I will second. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Passes 2-0.
And this will be the PO to Schwab Eaton for the $95,000, and it's simply out of special highway.
All right, so I look for a motion to follow up the consulting contract with a purchase order out of special highway for Schwab Eaton for $95,000.
So moved.
Second, moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Passes 2-0.
And last year, I have an agreement with Little Joe's Asphalt for the 25-26 asphalt patching program. It's just the agreement we've already accepted and gave them an award for the bid for the patching. We just, basically, this is a contract between us and them. Needs to be signed, and
Okay.
then we will send it and get their signature, and then we'll move forward.
I would look for a motion to allow the chair to sign the agreement with Little Joe's Asphalt for the 2025-2026 asphalt patching program.
So moved.
Second, moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Passes 2-0.
And then one more thing, Bridge 290, they are there working. So I just want to kind of give everybody an update. They've moved equipment in and we're starting on that on 3/14.
Okay,
All righty,
awesome. Thank you.
thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too. Executive session? Okay. Yeah. Are all of them aware?
HR director is aware. I've heard from IT director via email or text.
Should I wait or go ahead and go?
I think you should go ahead. You could include the IT director. and
Okay.
then That way that person can come in.
Okay, so I move that the Board of County Commissioners recess into executive session at 10:33 a.m. to discuss personal matters of non-elected personnel as allowed by K.S.A. 75-4319B1, and that the purposes of the closed session is to protect privacy rights of the employee, and the board come out of executive session in 30 minutes in the commission room basement of the courthouse. Those present will be HR director, commissioners, finance director, county counselor, and IT director. Do I have a second? Okay, it's moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye, passes 2-0.
You want more? 30?
That's okay. I don't know what time you guys need to leave.
We're good.
Just before noon.
Okay, so 30.
Probably 30.
Okay, so I would move that we extend the previous executive session, same parameters. For another 30 minutes.
Great.
Second.
Even if-
I second.
Okay, but it's moved, seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Yep.
Aye. I miss Eric. Passes 2-0.
Yeah.
It's changed.
You wanna wait or,
I think we should push it, I think,
okay,
just so that
okay.
we're clear on that path.
Okay, so we're back in open session and Scott Howard, the IT director, was going to give a recommendation. But he is going to push that off a bit. So with that, there's no other unfinished business. are you good to do care this time?
I need some help on what direction we're gonna go, but that's fine, yeah,
Or if we want to. I mean,
we're coming back. After the.
Okay.
Lunch, right, we can discuss it in workshop,
sounds good.
right?
All right, so I'd look for a motion to adjourn. We will be attending the Jeff Collier lunch at Palucci's and then coming back here for a post-meeting workshop with finance director.
So we.
I don't know.
Or
what-
just us. Sorry, just us,
Oh, happened there.
because we have care. What else do we have?
I don't think. any-
Oh, I've got a list of things we.
Okay.
can talk about.
Okay, so we'll be back for a post-meeting workshop with commissioners. All right, awesome. So I'd look for a motion to adjourn.
So we.
Second, moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye passes 2-0.